Assalamualaikum and a very good morning everyone. Thank you so much for being here today. This is our first meeting of Group 1 at MCE 2022 Set 5 2018. So Mr. Zav, is there any absentees for today's meeting?
There is no absentees for today's meeting. We have established the full quorum.
Okay, very good then. So, since today is our first meeting, I would like all of you to briefly introduce yourself. Let's start with Mr. Zav.
I am Zafri Aqil bin Zahari, and I am the secretary of Group 1 Set 5.
Hello, I'm Ameeta. I'm a chief operator for this meeting LMCE 2022, Group 1.
Hello, my name is Hannarida binti Moin. I am the financial executive for this set.
And I am Zakaria. I am your research officer.
Thank you very much for the brief introduction. So, the agenda for today's meeting, the first agenda for today's meeting is the target company. So, as we know, Mr. Zaf and Ms. Hannarida have been working together to search for the target company. So, perhaps we can start with Ms. Hannarida to explain to us.
So, I'll be presenting my research on our target companies. So I have researched two companies, big companies, located here in Bangi. So the first company that I have researched is Samsung. So as we know, Samsung is a very well-known company. So as they said, they inspire the world with their innovative technologies, products and design that enrich people's life and contribute to social prosperity by creating a new future. So their business is actually about visual display business, such as televisions, home appliances such as refrigerators, ovens, and they also have phones and laptops, which are very famous among the society today. So the job scope that I have researched is they needed people to do the research and development for the design, sales and marketing, and also for general management. So there's a very huge scope of career inside this big company. So the second one is a company called Brahim's. So it is also a very big company, well known for their product of food. So this company, Brahim's SATS, Food Services Center in Berhad, so they do an in-flight catering services. So they provide food service for Kuala Lumpur International Airport and also Penang International Airport. So they have been working together with AirAsia, with China Airlines and Malaysian Airlines. So the job scope, it's very limited actually that I have found out. They only needed dietitian, nutritionist, and enforcement executive. So that is, I close my discussion. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Ms. Hanna. So what about you, Mr. Zaf?
Okay, I'll be targeting three companies here, and all of it is in the fashion line. The first one is Nilofa, which is owned by Nilofa, the famous influencer. Okay, so this company has become a very successful company in their clothing line. At first they were selling abayas and also praying clothing, praying garments. Now they have become more successful. They have been selling handbags and also jubah. Okay, next is Al-Ihsan. Al-Ihsan company have more than 300 branches. So it's a very successful company here. They were selling sports attire, but now they were selling sports attire and also streetwear. So they have been approaching a lot of fashion types. Okay, type of fashion. Sorry for that. Okay, now we are moving to Prima Valley. Okay, Prima Valley is a fashion vendor. So they take a lot of different companies to be inside their shop, so they can sell a lot of clothes, different types of clothes like scarves, jackets, kurta, jubah. Most of it is like Muslims wear, the Prima Valley. So all of these fashion line they have like the similarities. They have their similarities is their job scope. Okay, they have fashion designer, model, and also marketing officer. Another one is salesman. So this is their job scope. So because we are looking forward the graduates to be inside to take their jobs. Right.
Thank you very much, Ms. Hannah and Mr. Gar, for your research. Before we move on to the next item, are there any comments anyone would like to make on item 1?
Yes, of course. After I revised both of your target companies, I think that we might make a great research because the company is actually an established one like Samsung and Brahim and Nilofa, and it's all well-known company. So I think we should further our research from both of your target companies. So that's all from me.
Thank you. I totally agree with that point. We will work on that. Thank you very much, Mr. Anas. So now, are we all okay to move to the next item?
Yes.
Yes.
So, okay, so let's move on to the second item, which is research field. So, Mr. Anas, would you please?
Okay, for the first one, I would propose our research field is in the economic crisis, since we are targeting companies like big companies like Samsung and Brahim. So I would think that economic crisis issue that should be researched and should be viewed. It's a very good research field. Yes, I mean sorry. So it's as everyone knows, is a downfall of our economy state right now, and actually our economy is recovering. So we can like ask the manager or the CEO about how they feel about the economy is recovering or whatsoever regarding to economic crisis. Okay, for the second field that I would like to propose is about the workplace safety, because in every company they must have their own safety like factory, so they must follow some safety regulation. So as we all know, there are a lot of death and casualties happening at construction site or factory. So one of it is everyone knows the big explosion that happens in China. Yes, right. Because of they did not follow the safety regulations, the true safety regulations. So I think that we can research in the workplace safety field. Okay, for the third one, as we can see at the presentation slide in the front, I would like to propose a research field in science and technology. Since I hear that Samsung is really interested in innovative technology and need people in research and development. So I think like we can go and ask the CEO about how they are going to make their devices or their electronics more like green tech or something like that. Yes. I mean I think the research field in science technology will be great if we can approach them. Okay, for the next one, for the last one is I think it's a really hot topic nowadays about graduate employment. So the research field will be covering on the increasing rate of our graduates and unemployment or employment rate, and then we can discuss actually about the factor of why these graduates are not being employed by some companies, and also actually what the company thought about fresh graduates nowadays. So I think this is one of the most interesting research field that we can do about.
Yes, I agree.
It's a very good idea. So thank you very much, Mr. Anas. So Mr. Anas have put forward 4 possible research fields. The first one is economic crisis, the second one is company safety, the third one is science and technology, and the last one is graduates employment. So what are the committee's things about this research field?
I think the best research field is we can look into graduate employment. From what I read on online article, there's report about there's a different payment between the fresh graduates in Singapore and in Malaysia. For example, fresh graduates from Singapore get the first payment around 10k per month, while fresh graduates in Malaysia only get 2.5k per month. So I think that's a quite interesting topic to be researched about. Yes, what do you
Yes, it's a hot issue because nowadays there is a lot of graduate students that is unemployed. Yes. So because a lot of companies nowadays they are looking forward the graduate they have they looking forward of employee that have experience.
Yes.
But we as the they as a graduate they don't have any experience, so they are lack of experience. So this is one of the factor. Okay, another factor is that lots of graduates also, if they got offered to the company but they must undergo interview, most of them fail because they don't have any good in soft skills. They don't have any good in speaking and a lot of things they are not good, so they fail at interview. Okay, that is one factor. And another one, a lot of graduates demand high salary when they want to go inside the company. So this is quite interesting issues to talk about, and something good need to be done. Something need to be done in research because we want to know what are the company's requirement to employ the students, right?
And some of the fresh graduates, they want to find job that related to the courses that they have taken in the university. I think that's a problem which concerning about the graduate employment.
Thank you very much from the both of you for the very informative info. So I believe all of us agreed on graduates employment research field.
Yes,
Are we?
Yes.
Very good. Then we shall conclude that we choose graduates employment as our research field.
Yes.
So let us move on to the next item, which is research budget. So would you please, Ms. Hannah?
Thank you. Okay, so about the research budget, it's actually not very big because we only need to allocate budget for our transport and maybe some food and beverages for the day of the site visit to the company that we target. So I want to ask, how much would you like to allocate for the budget? Because it's only 2 items below that budget.
Since we don't have that much members, I do think that under 100 should be enough.
Yeah.
What do you all think?
I think that's quite sufficient.
That's quite sufficient because if for the food, I think 5 ringgit per person on that day. So 5 multiplied by 5 is just 25 ringgit. So for the rest is for the transport. Transportation. Since we are doing our research in only Bali,
So it's not going to
It's
be
quite consuming
expenditure, but
Yeah.
very well.
so approve. Chairman?
Yes, we approve on that.
Okay.
So our research budget is under 100.
Yes.
So let us move on to the final item, which is research timeline.
Okay, I will be presenting about our research timeline. So let's get to the next slide, please. Thank you. Okay, so as you can see here, we for the 2nd March, which is today, we're listing out target companies, which both of you done just now. Okay, and we will go to the second timeline, which is sorting out suitable companies from the companies that you guys just listed out just now. So we will sort the best company which we are going to research about. And the 3rd item is deciding on target company. Okay. Okay, for the recruitment, the day before we go to the research company, we will have our last meeting for preparing or we have any other ideas before going to meet the maybe director of the company or something like that. Okay, so we will end up all of this on the 27th March 2018. That's all for our research timeline. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Miss Ameeta.
Yes.
Are there any questions arising from Ameeta's report? Anything to add?
No, it was a very good timeline. Yeah.
Very good. Then, before we complete today's meeting, I would like to summarize all of the things that we have discussed today. So let's first start with the target company. We have listed a few companies, which is Samsung, Brahins, Alihsan, Nilofa, and Prima Valet under consideration for we to choose. For the second item is research field, which we have decided to choose graduates employment as our research field. And the research budget, we have allocated 100 ringgit. And for the last one, it's research timeline, which start from today until 27th March 2018. Okay, so before we end today's meeting, is there any other business that the committees want to talk about?
Yes, of course. Chairman, I think we need a new meeting table because this table is too squeaky and it's quite disturbing for us in the meeting. So I think, yeah, a new table should be nice.
Meeting table would be nice.
Yes.
Will we consider it?
So any other concern?
No, just about the table.
Very well, thank you for that. So the date and time for our next meeting will be 1 week from today, which is 9 March 2018.
Okay. Take note of that.
Right. Okay then, thank you for your time and attention. For now, meeting is adjourned. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much.